Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about my journey to sustainable health and meaningful success. If you're coming back and you've already subscribed, welcome back. Y'all are my people and I love you so much. And if you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing by the end of this video. This is part 3 of reacting to my upline diamond, basically be manipulative and talk about how the only way to build your Amway MLM is by recruiting people and then purchasing your own products, and that's it, and basically describing a pyramid scheme. So this is part 3, which means we have another 30 minutes left of audio to listen to. This audio is an hour and 13 minutes long, so by this time I am feeling a very familiar feeling of, oh my gosh, when is this guy going to shut up? Because that is often the case where it's like you're listening to these upline diamonds and double diamonds, and like every key speaker takes forever to get to the point, and they just like to hear themselves talk. And this is the part of the audio that we're just going to have to suffer through, but I'm going to make it easy on you. So where we left off, part 2, there's about 8 minutes of audio in which he says nothing. Basically, he really doesn't say anything of value, anything that I could really see myself reacting to. And then there's like an 8-minute segment that's sandwiched there that I do want to bring light to. And then there's another, like, I don't even know, like another 13 minutes of just dribble. So, yeah, I'm just gonna react to the part that I want to react to, and then I'm going to go back to where we started from part 2 and just play the audio through. And I'm not even going to be on screen for that because I have better things to do, and I would assume that you would have better things to do than to listen to this. The only reason why I'm including the entire audio is to give full context that not once does the upline diamond actually mention customer volume or selling any products to customers, like qualified customers. So that's why I'm including the entire audio, but I'm going to put the timestamp here when the video and my reaction technically ends, because this is gonna look like a really long video, but a lot of it is just gonna be me playing this audio for you. And I'm gonna go eat something and be off screen because I'm over it. So we're gonna start at the 54-minute and 30-second mark of this audio and just see where we go from there.
It's just a matter of this. You got to make a decision. I'm going to be proficient at one thing. I only wanted to get good at one thing. How you doing? My name's Alan Leininger, and you are? Danielle, what was your last name, Danielle? Kelly. Is that you Irish? Okay, you didn't look Irish. And in fact, you know what? I wouldn't say that.
And this is at 1.25 speed.
Seriously, because, and you know what? People don't get offended. They go, no, That one guy with a really long name, it was like, I should show you. It's seriously like 15 letters long. It's unbelievable. I said, I'm sorry, what the heck is that? Hey, it was Greek. I'm like, really? You like gyros? Anyway, gyros or whatever they're called. I don't know. You guys eat them things? Of course I eat them things. I'm Greek. Okay. Greek salads? How are they? Feta cheese? Anyway. You gotta have fun, man. And quit worrying about what they're gonna think. Because you know what they might think? Hey, thank you for talking to me. Thank you for reaching out. Every once in a while you get a jerk. You know what's fun? Just be a jerk back. I mean, sometimes jerks deserve a jerk. If you're going to jerk it up, I'm going to take it to the next level. What are you doing? None of your business. And then they start following you. Well, why are you trying to contact? No, don't worry about it. Well, maybe I want to do it. You can't do it. I'm not going to let you now. No, you failed, man. No, you blew it. You blew it. You were a jerk. Well, I'm not always a jerk, but you appear to be. Can you program yourself, whether you're on the phone, whether you're talking to somebody? Don't assume you know what they're asking. I always like asking questions like, why do you ask that? You know, what do you mean by that?
We're at the 55-minute mark, and he's still repeating what he said in the very beginning of this audio. I mean, he's harping on the same point. I don't know if you're over this, but I'm so over this. I can't wait until next week where we get to talk about something other than this guy droning on and hearing the sound of his own voice. I don't know. If you're with me, comment down below. I'm so over it.
Hey, that's a great question. I know exactly how to get your information. We need to get in touch with my sponsor. I'll make sure they know you're not like an AA or something. Okay? You get in touch with my sponsor. Well, I don't have it. My business partner would probably be a better statement than that. Okay? Get in touch with my business partner. So, this is important because it's the only other thing you have to learn. Once you learn volume, which you don't learn it, you just order it. Okay? Once again, if you have trouble, give us your credit card. Give us your IBO number. We'll take care of the volume. I can do it in 5 minutes or less. I'm not saying it's the only other.
Okay, I just want to replay this for you because this is the part of the audio so he's been droning on for 8 or 9 minutes, and then he throws this in. And so, like, a lot of these kinds of things, you're just already tuned out. You're sleep deprived. It's midnight by the time he finishes this talk. So you're already kind of tuned out, and then he throws in a statement like this that proves that the way that he runs his business is a pyramid scheme, and the way that he tells other people to run his business or run their business is an illegal pyramid scheme.
You have to learn. Once you learn volume, which you don't learn it, you just order it. Okay? Once again, if you have trouble, give us your credit card. Give us your IBO number. We'll take care of the volume. I can do it in 5 minutes or less.
You don't learn volume. You don't learn how to sell customer volume. You just order it. You just order your own products. It's what he's saying, literally.
It's stuff you're going to use, but I can do it in 5 minutes or less. You know. See, this is not that hard once you grasp what you're doing. When you grasp what you're doing, I don't market a product. I market the idea of you. I market you. That's what I market. That's why I love bringing them in here to see you, because you're what I market the whole time. I'm like, you need to meet these people. You need to get around these people. Because here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter what we do. You become what you associate with. You get in this environment, they see you, they're like, oh my God, these people are amazing. Exactly. You mean if I get around them, I can get what they have? Exactly. How? Don't worry about that.
That's a really key point. He doesn't market a product. He doesn't market the Amway business opportunity. What he markets and what he likes bringing prospects into is the environment that doesn't speak anything negative, that doesn't talk about anything negative going on in their lives, the environment that's always speaking what they want, like name it and claim it kind of gospel, where it's like, I'm a diamond in 2022, I drive a Lamborghini, and my family is in a 7-bedroom mansion or something, and then like speaking those affirmations. And so when you get into this environment with these really like very unnaturally positive people, that's what he's marketing. And people want to know, how do you get that? How do you become that positive? And unfortunately, yeah, it is something that you catch. It is something that you'll become exactly like all of the people in that room. You'll be false. You'll be like putting on a facade that you're actually happy with your life, that you're actually going places, that you're actually making progress. But in the back of your mind, you're going to be just run down, broke, spending all of your time away from your family and friends, socially isolated because you'll have nobody in your life except for that team at that point. And then you'll be showing up to those environments happy that you're around your only social exposure other than contacting, but also just exhausted and wondering when things are going to get better. But you'll have a smile plastered to your face, and you'll keep speaking your affirmations 5 times a day, hoping that one day it's going to come true. And unfortunately, babe, it's not. It's just not going to happen for you, because the odds are completely against you. And this is not some sort of David and Goliath scenario, unless you are someone who has absolutely no conscience, has no problem whatsoever with scamming people and knowing that they're going to fail, because 99% of people in this multi-level marketing industry do fail. They don't even hit even. And so, I mean, you can continue speaking your dreams and hoping that they'll manifest, but it's just not going to happen for you, hun. It's just not. So, yeah, that's the kind of thing that he wants to market, because he knows that the Amway products aren't all that great. I mean, they might be, up to par, but not at the price that they charge for those products. And he knows that the business opportunity isn't actually that great, and that the likelihood of being successful in this business is also really not that great. So the only thing that he has to sell, really, is the idea that you'll be happy in this environment. And the truth is that you won't be. You'll be faking it, and you might trick yourself into thinking that you're happy for a time, but you're in for a rude awakening.
You'll catch it. Some of you are gonna catch wealth. You're gonna catch it. Because it's a mentality. How many times have we said wealth is a mindset, it's not an amount of money? See, what I'm talking to you about right now is a mentality. You know what's funny? People will invest money all day long into a stock, trying to make money. They don't get anything for it. You own this many shares of stock, whoop-de-doo. They hope if it goes up, then they can, sell it or whatever. But the bottom line is they'll give with nothing, hoping to make money. So how's it different if I didn't get anything? But the cool thing is we do.
No. False, sir. So false. The fact that he tries to break down investing and says, well, some people invest money and they expect to get a return on it, and most of the time they don't. That's not true. That's so not true. And yes, you have to be smart with your investments. You actually have to seek advice and seek help elsewhere in order to know where to invest smartly. And there's also the risk factor that you can, go with high risk investments or low risk investments. And there's just a lot going into that. And you are more likely to make money in the stock market or in other investments. You're probably even more likely to make money in real estate, even though that's a pretty saturated industry. You're more likely to make money off of pretty much any other investment other than your multi-level marketing company. I mean, I invested $18,000 into this business, and have I seen a cent of it back? No. And I won't start making money off of Amway until, as I said last video, I reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and these videos start paying me. and that's the reality of it. Investing in your multi-level marketing company is the worst investment that you can make. I mean, just look at your own company's income statement disclosures or income disclosure statements. Just look at the statistics. Actually do your research on the company rather than listening to your upline and the super high positively charged messages that they give you, and actually do legitimate research and know what kind of investment you're making if you're putting all of your money into Amway and none of your time or money into your family, into your children, into anything that actually has any sort of substance. It's just ridiculous that he would try to poo-poo investments. I mean, obviously think really poorly on jobs and making money with a stable income going and, being employed somewhere. And now they want to poo-poo self-employment because they want to make you think that self-employment is just you have to invest so much time, you have to actually be an expert, you have to actually care about what you're doing, and self-employment is just too much work, basically, where you'll have a much higher likelihood of actually succeeding if you're self-employed, even at a smaller level of self-employment. And then now he's trying to attack investments because he wants you to think that the only way to achieve this kind of financial success and spiritual success, family success, where everybody who's outside of this multi-level marketing company is divorced and their children hate them. I mean, they really try to paint a picture that this business is the only thing that can get you to the life that you want. It's unfortunate that that's the lie that they tell so many people, and so many people buy into it. And I bought into it for 2.5 years.
So why, let me get back to these I was talking earlier about why should we read? To develop a mindset. It's not like we're trying to control you. It's not like we're trying to whatever. We're trying to help you create wealth mentality. Well, I don't like those books. I guess you don't like wealth. You know why? It's contradictory to your thinking. We're trying to change your thinking. You're trying to brainwash us. Absolutely. I mean, don't we really need a brainwashing? Right? We were all programmed for a job, programmed for mediocre. We were programmed, eat at the designated eat time. We were programmed to wake up when somebody tells us, do what they tell you to do. That's what we were all programmed for. So yeah, we're trying to unprogram you. Wake up when you're rested. Do what you want that day. You don't want a schedule, don't have one. You want to book meetings all day, and that makes you happy, then book meetings all day. You don't have to be my life,
That was the last point that I wanted to bring out of this audio, was that he's like, yeah, we want to brainwash you of the conditioning that you've undergone, or like the programming that you have already gone through, where you're trained to get up for a job every day and you're trained to work for someone else, and they want to unprogram you or reprogram you. And he even says, we're not trying to control you, but if you've seen any of my other videos where I talk about the books that they were giving me, they absolutely do try to control you. They absolutely do want to make sure that every portion of your brain is molded to what they want you to think. Even down to when I had a problem with my upline, they gave me the book, The Bait of Satan, which is a spiritual, religiously charged book talking about the threat or the evil of unforgiveness. So they controlled everything down to my spirituality, my purity, or my, sexuality, because I was just actually looking through my texts the other day with my upline, and there was a text conversation that half of it was blurred out because I had switched phones, but the half that showed up was my upline correcting me on something that I may have said in front of married men, which I am not any sort of homewrecker. I am not any sort of inappropriate type person. And by that time, I had been in the business for 2 years. So I was not at all in some sort of state of mind that would have led me to say something inappropriate. And yet, they still were so insecure in their own marriages. They were so insecure in their own ability to keep a husband that they went after me for something that I had done or said in the presence of their husband. And yeah, it's insane. It's insane the kind of things that they really try to brainwash you into. That is not business related. It's not wealth related. The books that I got from them were not just Think and Grow Rich and How to Win Friends and Influence People. They were books like To Know Him by Gloria Copeland, and The Laws of Prosperity by Kenneth Copeland, and The Greatest Miracle in the World, which is kind of a religiously charged book, and what else? The Gift, or The Dream Giver, and so many religious books. If you watch the video that I did on the LTD book list, you can see how many books they recommended to me that was not related to wealth whatsoever, but was related to how I should live, how I should think, how I should pray, who I should pray to. I mean, the fact that my upline was the last person to have baptized me in the pool of a hotel, the basement hotel swimming pool that we did meetings at. the fact that this guy is saying that we're not trying to control you, we're just trying to train your brain to think with a wealth mindset, it's preposterous. It's ridiculous. It's laughable. So anyway, that's my input on the audio. I hope that you enjoyed this portion of the audio. If you want to listen to the full context, now is when I'm going to play this entire audio back. I'll just be like eating and watering my plants and sorting mail because I literally have better things to do than listen to the rest of this. So I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week for more ridiculousness. But yeah, anyway. Okay, bye.
Hey, when do we get together again? I'll get back to you. No, you gotta listen. People want what they can't have. You gotta kind of like, well, see if we can fit you in the next couple. You know. That's a powerful statement. The guy fell out back there. Gotta have fun. Do you really do this? Michelle, do I do this? Are there times you're like, not so much now. She jumps right in there now. We were over at Publix down there as a grocery store, okay? And that seems to be where everybody meets people at. I wasn't really good at it. Now I'm good at it because I don't want my guys to beat me. And so anyway, we're there. We're walking up the back aisle, and there I see one of our guys, and there's Ricky. And then as Ricky turns around, and he was stalking the back row. And as he sees us, and oh, there's my upline. Yeah, he starts coming over there, and we look up the aisle, and there's Dave. Dave's coming down the aisle here. So we had a little rally there in the store. Okay, we're all we're gonna get rich together. Not talking to each other, we're not. But anyway, okay, we're already in. Hello, now's not the time. Work. Anyway. So we're sitting there talking, and I see this young, sharp couple, and I'm like to Michelle, because I got two really good guys that are contactors standing right there, and I'm like, So I kind of like push Michelle to start, so she's ahead of them, okay? And so I'm like, and they both turned and saw him at the same time, but Michelle was already out there, so I'm like. And so as I'm walking up, it's this super model couple, all right? They're he's just good looking and everything, and you tell they work out. They're in front of the ice cream. So as I'm walking up, I'm thinking, okay, so intelligent, And I just said, hey, as fit as you two look, it's interesting you're standing in front of the ice cream, They said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with a cheat day here and there, And so anyway, we got in a conversation. Anyway, we're a sharp couple, we'll give them too. But it was just, you just got to make stuff up, man. But when you do it enough, you can make things up. It's easy when you're walking around and down there with an Ohio State sweatshirt. Oh, yeah, forget it. That's done, okay? Although I found most of them guys are losers, but whatever. Yeah, all my Ohio State contacts are losers down there. I'm like, you guys you're a disgrace to the Buckeyes. Really, I'm like, except I got a Michigan State guy I met at the gym the other day. So we're going to find out. He's from 6 Mile Road, somewhere around there, okay? So we're going to find out. Yeah, I got him. We'll find out if he's a good person, okay? Yeah, because here's the tip. I'm finishing my workout, and he walks by. You know how you're like, come back, And he walks straight upstairs to the bike or something, And I'm all done now, and I was kind of headed out, but I'm like, he's got Michigan State, right there. I'm like, so I go walking. I just walk straight up the stairs, walk right up. He has headphones, everything on. I just, and he was like, I said, he takes his head, and I said, go Big Ten. He's like, yeah. I said, awesome, Michigan State. He said, you go to Michigan State? I said, no, Ohio State. He went, oh. He said, no, they're right. That's cool. So we got a conversation. We talked for 20 minutes, and, he's sharp guy. Got his information. Sure, let's get together, whatever. No big deal. But see, if I wasn't thinking that, I would have, well, he already walked by, and, that's the rationale, right? It's easy to rationalize. Well, he's already walked by. What's he going to think? He already walked by. He's on the bike. If I just go walking up there, it's obvious I was wrapping up. If I go walking up there, he's probably going to, what is this guy doing, okay? You can't think that way. You just got to go, hey, there's a door that just opened. I'm going to go open and find out what's behind that door. You got to learn to find any crack in any avenue, any way to get started. And it doesn't have to be smart. Listen, I guarantee you nobody really remembers how they got in a conversation with you. They're just all of a sudden in one. And if they later go, you contacted me to show me this business, didn't you? Yeah, absolutely. Aren't you thankful? Once again, why do people rationalize things away? Why? They really don't have any. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? I don't know. I was walking by a guy working in public, and hey, how's it going? I just say hi to everybody. How's it going? Hey, how you doing? He goes, living a dream. And as he walks by, I said, hey, come back here. He goes, living a dream. I said, you're not really living a dream. He goes, well, no. I said, but you got a good attitude. He said, you got to if you're working here. I'm like, do you want to work here forever? Well, no. Let's exchange information. We'll talk. I can show you how to not work here forever. It's okay. All because I walked by a guy working in the meat department with a net on his head. How's it going? Living a dream. You can tell he was like, living a dream, okay, listen, some of you guys are like, Dave Fowle does this all the time. He's like, quit wasting my time, Alan. I got this, okay? But not everybody's a Dave Fowle in the room. There's a lot of people in the room that want to move on in their business. If you're brand new, you know what? I recommend just put down everybody let you and your upline partner up and go talk to them. Okay? That's what you need to do first. But if you've been in a little while and you've already talked to all your college roommates, and you've already talked to your coworkers, and you've already talked to, Aunt Martha, and you've already talked to, everybody else, and, you've already gone through your apartment complex, and you've already, tackled the guy down the street, you've already, and you're like, okay, you're down to you don't want to call your last 5 names. And you've been putting it off for like 4 months because if they say no, you're done. So it's the only hope you have is those last 5 names you've been hanging on to. You got them in a safe right now. It's the last 5 people you have a chance of growing with, and you're so afraid and you're so scared that if they say no, you're done, that you just and your upline's like, we got anybody called? Nope, don't have anybody. Nope. This is my only hope. Not really. There's 7 billion people on the earth. Listen, way more people. There's way more people you don't know than you do know. You're good, right? That's always going to be the case. So it's just a matter of this. You got to make a decision. I'm going to be proficient in one thing. I only wanted to get good at one thing. How you doing? My name's Alan Leininger, and you are? Danielle. Danielle, what was your last name? Danielle? Kelly. Is that you Irish? Okay, you didn't look Irish. And in fact, you know what? I wouldn't say that. Seriously, because, and you know what? People don't get offended. They go, no, That one guy with a really long name, it was like, I should show you. It's seriously like 15 letters long. It's unbelievable. I said, I'm sorry, what the heck is that? Hey, it was Greek. I'm like, really? You like gyros? Anyway, gyros or whatever they're called. You guys eat them things? Of course I eat them things. I'm Greek. Okay, Greek salads. How are they? Feta cheese? Anyway. You gotta have fun, man. And quit worrying about what they're gonna think. Because you know what they might think? Hey, thank you for talking to me. Thank you for reaching out. Every once in a while you get a jerk. You know what's fun? Just be a jerk back. Sometimes jerks deserve a jerk. If you're going to jerk it up, I'm going to take it to the next level. What are you doing? None of your business. And then they start following you. Well, why are you trying to contact me? No, don't worry about it. Well, maybe I want to do it. You can't do it. I'm not going to let you know. No, you failed, man. No, you blew it. You blew it. You were a jerk. Well, I'm not always a jerk, but you appear to be. Can you program yourself, whether you're on the phone, whether you're talking to somebody? Don't assume you know what they're asking. I always like asking questions like, why do you ask that? What do you mean by that? Or, hey, that's a great question. I know exactly how to get your information. We need to get in touch with my sponsor. I'll make sure they know you're not like an AA or something. Okay. Get in touch with my sponsor. Oh, no, I don't have it. My business partner would probably be a better statement than that, okay? Get in touch with my business partner. So, this is important because it's the only other thing you have to learn. Once you learn volume, which you don't learn it, you just order it, okay? Once again, if you have trouble, Give us your credit card. Give us your IBO number. We'll take care of the volume. I can do it in 5 minutes or less. I'm not saying it's stuff you're going to use, but I can do it in 5 minutes or less. You know. See, this is not that hard once you grasp what you're doing. When you grasp what you're doing, I don't market a product. I market the idea of you. I market you. That's what I market. That's why I love bringing them in here to see you, because you're what I market the whole time. I'm like, you need to meet these people. You need to get around these people. Because here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter what we do. You become what you associate with. You get in this environment, they see you, and they're like, oh my God, these people are amazing. Exactly. You mean if I get around them, I can get what they have? Exactly. How? Don't worry about that. You'll catch it. Some of you are going to catch wealth. You're going to catch it. Because it's a mentality. How many times have we said wealth is a mindset? It's not an amount of money. See, what I'm talking to you about right now is a mentality. It's funny, people will invest money all day long into a stock, trying to make money. They don't get anything for it. You own this many shares of stock, whoop-de-doo. They hope if it goes up, then they can, sell it or whatever. But the bottom line is they'll give with nothing, hoping to make money. So how's it different if I didn't get anything? But the cool thing is we do. So why, let me get back to this I was talking earlier about why should we read? To develop a mindset. It's not like we're trying to control you. It's not like we're trying to whatever. We're trying to help you create wealth mentality. Well, I don't like those books. I guess you don't like wealth. You know why? It's contradictory to your thinking. We're trying to change your thinking. You're trying to brainwash us. Absolutely. I mean, don't we really need a brainwashing? Right? We were all programmed for a job, programmed for pop, programmed for mediocre. We were programmed, eat at the designated eat time. We were programmed to wake up when somebody tells us, do what they tell you to. That's what we were all programmed for. So yeah, we're trying to unprogram. We're trying to unprogram you. Wake up when you're rested. Do what you want that day. You don't want a schedule, don't have one. You want to book meetings all day, and that makes you happy, then book meetings all day. You don't have to be my life, That's the reason you read. Well, the audios all say the same thing. Aren't you glad there's not 9,467 steps to success? I'm kind of glad there's only a handful of things to learn, like have a positive mental attitude. Oh, and by the way, if you say, well, they all say the same thing, you haven't mastered the positive mental attitude, have you? You haven't even got past step 1 yet. Because somebody with a really good attitude, you know what they're going to say? Hey, they all say the same thing. That's awesome. See, the critical thinking people with a negative attitude, they're trying to find what's wrong with it. Well, you know what? Well, they would do this, and if they would do that, if they would, read a book. You got to learn to find the advantage and the benefit in everything. I'm going to find the benefit. I wanted to go home tomorrow. I might not be able to. I mean, I guess I always can. It's always risky though. And I really don't want to rip the planes off my wings off my plane. Planes fly better with wings. So Doug would appreciate if we kept the wings on the thing. Okay, so you know what? I'll make the best of it. And if I don't leave, well, guess what? We'll just something good will happen out of it. I'll probably meet somebody who's going to go diamond tomorrow. Right here in Cincinnati. Somebody you should have met, but you were scared. I might just hang around just to do that. So if you see me, you better contact every single human being anywhere near, because otherwise you're going to go, I saw that guy, and I didn't reach out. He did, and now the dude's standing on stage. And then you're going to be mad at me, and it ain't going to be my fault. And I don't want to be the bad guy in your phone. Because, you get a picture. That's why I don't like pictures. People get a picture. That's fine as long as you don't quit. Because if you quit, now you look and you go, that's good. I remind you that you're a quitter. So now I'm a negative in somebody's life. I never want to be a negative in somebody's life. It's not that I don't want to take pictures of people. I don't want to be a negative in their life. And people have proven most of them don't have what it takes to stick it out. So now I know I'm on all these phones around the country of losers. And they're scrolling through their pictures to show their friends something, and they go, oh, that's right, I'm a loser. I'm a quitter. And their friend's going to go, why do you say that? Because that guy. But it ain't me. It's just you took a photo with me. Now I'm in your phone. I don't want to be a negative in anybody's life. I'm trying to be positive. So that's why if I hesitate, you go get a picture. Sure. And I'm thinking, there goes another one. And then I pray, please, Lord, please let him make it. Please, he's got me, I'm in his phone now. Please help this one make it. Because I don't want to be a negative. Sometimes I like, can I get a picture? I go, why? Why do you want a picture? What are you going to do with it? I mean, if you're going to sit home and like stare at it, that's weird. I don't want to be that guy. I'm just kidding. I know some of you guys said earlier, they're going to pick. I'm not talking about you. You're good. Some guy tonight's like, oh. Now, if they come up later and go, hey, dude, look, I'm a diamond now. I got a picture with a diamond. That's why I'm a diamond. Yes, you can have a picture. Yes, absolutely. Because I like being associated with winners. And by the way, you don't have to go diamond to be a winner. Just don't be a non-winner. So anyway, I'm just trying to talk long enough till it's midnight, so it's Sharon's birthday. We can sing, but we don't have to wait till midnight. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Hey, that was good. Y'all are awesome. Hey, thanks for cooperating with your mom so we could sing that. People always go, it's my birthday. No, it's not. It's your mom's birthday. Your mom's the one who gave birth. You didn't do anything. You just cooperated. You know, people go, it's my birthday! And you're like, what did you do? All you did is come out and stay alive. That's all you did. I mean, come on. No, we need to call your mother. She's the one that pushed. So, I always call my mom on my birthday and wish her a happy birthday. I say, Mom, happy birthday. Today's the day you gave birth to me. Good job. I appreciate you doing that. Right? So, I don't really ever make a big deal of it. My kids always go, have a birthday. I say, it's not my birthday. Call my mom. Well, then she's got like 4 birthdays. That's right. She had 4 kids. She had 4 birthdays. Her mom had 1. That was her. Anyway. So we need to, take it up line. Y'all are celebrating the wrong thing. So, was this helpful at all to you? Well, once again, I appreciate your faith in clapping. So, our goal, seriously, is I want you to leave here feeling, believing, knowing that you can do this. Because I believe, personally, every person, you have a capacity. Now, whether you will, I don't know that. But I know you have the capacity. Why? Because there's not a person in the room that can't create volume because you don't even have to use the stuff. Right? And there's not a person in the room that can't learn and master the craft of connecting with another human being on this earth. It's just a matter of your knowing your why and your desire to master it. You know how we've gotten good at it? Practice, 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 and then practice, and practice some more. And you know what? If you feel like you're not getting anywhere, get with somebody, talk, tell them what your experience, what you're learning, this is your learning. Nobody just gets in it takes some time. You're going to have to practice. I will tell you this, the one that practices more than the other will go faster. You'll overcome it quicker. Okay? But you know what? Even if you just take it slow, you're still loved, you're still welcome, we still believe in you. Hey, Matthew and Eva Pesamente's story was different than Dirk and Laura's. You know what? It took Matthew and Eva over 20 years to go diamond. It took Dirk and Laura less than that. Joe Mary Beth Martin did it in 6 or 7. I did it in 6 or 7. We all have a different story. I will tell you, I'll leave you with this. I've been in the business 30 years now, over 30 years. I've seen several growth spurts. This is the first time that I've seen it like I saw it when I got in. Otherwise, we're having the type of things happen now that happened 30 years ago when I signed up, when I got started. I got in just at the beginning of kind of what we call a wave. And we've had some mini waves in there, but just in the last, as of September, right now, we've had over 2,000 IBOs get in our business. Just since January this year. And I don't believe we've even really hit full stride yet. I mean, I could be like, wow, oh my God. And I'm like, we're not even, I'm thankful and appreciative, but we're just getting traction. I'm telling you, I can now see, I didn't see this a year ago. I can see 10,000 people get in our group in 2019. Now, I don't expect you to see that, but if I can see it, you believe you can see, 100 people in your business next year? I mean, if you just had 100 people plug into us. When we went Ruby, we had 85 people came to our first team meeting. 85. It wasn't even 100, it was 85 people. And we were making over $8,000 a month in 1990. That's 28 years ago. I will tell you, that number of people today running Ruby volume, you'll make more than that. It's no harder to get 100 people today than it was 30 years ago. It's the same people. It's the same process. It's the same skill. You know the beauty of this? I've done the same thing for 30 years. Don't you think if you're going to do the same thing, that all you have to do is master it? And if you master it quicker, it's not like you got to learn something every 5 years. It's not like you're going to have to relearn everything. No. I mastered my volume and I mastered expansion. That's all I've done, and that's all I do. This is in my opinion, the simplest way to create an amazing lifestyle that is out there. I totally believe that. Because anything else is going to require a lot more than that. It's going to require, listen, I don't have lawyers. It's unbelievable. I don't have all the stuff a traditional business has. I don't have overhead. I don't have employees. I don't have the headaches. I don't have it. All I have is money shows up in my account all the time. If it happened to us, we'll say the same thing. Larry Winters looked at me. He said, if it happened to me, it'll happen to you if you just stay steady. He didn't lie. And I'll tell you the same thing. If you're willing, if it happened to me, it'll happen to you. So, good to see you guys. Safe travels.
For existing IBOs only, not for use with prospects. The success depicted in this profile may reflect income from sources other than Amway, such as earnings from the sale of training and education materials, or other businesses and investments. While the techniques and approaches suggested have worked for others, no one can guarantee that these techniques and approaches will work for you. In addition, we want to emphasize that success in this business does not come without hard work.
If you guys are still watching, thank you so much. You actually do help me with YouTube watch time and everything, so thank you. And I'm sorry you had to suffer through that. I'm going to go back to eating my salad now, but love you guys so much. Okay, bye.